Night, just a few moments before going to sleep, my phone received a voicemail. The sender's name said, "Unknown." I played it. The moment the voice began speaking, my chest tightened. It sounded exactly like me. The voice said, "If you're hearing this, no matter what happens, please don't open the door." I looked at the timestamp. It was dated for tomorrow, at exactly 9 p.m. At first, I thought it was some kind of prank, so I ignored it and went to sleep. The next day, after a long, exhausting evening, I finally sat down to relax. And then, at exactly 9 p.m., someone began slamming violently on my door. I stood up to open it, and suddenly, I remembered the voicemail. My body went cold, because everything was happening exactly the way the message had warned. I stepped back. I did not open the door. A few seconds later, my phone rang. It was a video call. With shaking hands, I answered, and my blood froze. On the screen was me, blooded, terrified. My own face stared back at me, trembling. In a broken voice, it said, "Don't open the door, no matter what." The call disconnected. Instantly, the door was hit again from the outside. Harder, angrier. But this time, I didn't move. Minutes passed. Then silence. That night, I didn't sleep at all. The next morning, the police arrived. They told me a body had been found in the alley beside my building. A young man who looked exactly like me. His face was burned beyond recognition. Inside his pocket, they found a piece of paper. On it, my phone number. That night, my phone vibrated again. New notification. Voicemail received. Timestamp, tomorrow. It was a Monday evening. I was alone in my room, watching TV, when my phone suddenly rang. It was Mary, my girlfriend. Her voice sounded different, soft, urgent. She said, "My parents are going out after 7 tonight. Come meet me at 8. I smiled instantly. I agreed without hesitation. By 7:30, I was already dressed and waiting. Her house was only 20 minutes away. At 7:40, I left. As I walked through the empty streets, a strange thought crossed my mind. In 2 years of dating, Mary had never invited me like this before, but I ignored it. At exactly 8 p.m., I rang her doorbell. No answer. I rang again. Still nothing. I called her phone. No response. A cold uneasiness settled in my chest. Disappointed and confused, I finally walked back home. The next morning, I met Mary and told her everything. The call, the invitation, the unanswered door. She turned pale. She said, "I was at my grandmother's house with my family last night. I never called you." Then she added something that made my stomach drop. "I lost my phone in the morning yesterday. My blood ran cold, because last night, someone had called me, and it wasn't Mary."